Shut Up, I'm Talking with Matt Powers and Larry King Guy, the #1 rated podcast in Angola. And now your hosts, Matt Powers and Larry King Guy.
You know, that reminds me, did your father ever have the talk with you?
No. No.
You know, when I was a little kid, you come home from school, and I used to watch Gilligan's Island and, Batman and all the 60s sitcoms.
Uh-huh.
But when the Batman was on, when the Julie Newmar Catwoman or Batgirl was on, it used to drive me crazy. I literally used to run around in circles because they were just amazing to me.
I know what my special purpose is.
So my father's in there watching one day, and I'm going apeshit over Catwoman and Batgirl. And then Gilligan's Island comes on, and of course, Ginger, Marianne. So he goes, come here, I want to talk to you for a minute, because my mother was getting concerned, because it's like humping the floor or something.
Lord.
So he threw my brother and sister out. He told them to go outside. He goes, I'm going to talk to you, and I want you to answer me honestly. You're not going to get in trouble. He goes, do you like girls? Right? And I went, yeah. And he goes, I see you like that Catwoman. And I went, yeah. So TV was still on. He goes, I have a question for you, and I want you to answer honestly. And I went, okay. So he points to the TV, and he goes, Ginger or Marianne? And I looked at it, and I went, Marianne. And he goes, okay, can you explain why? And I said, listen, both Marianne and Ginger are really good looking, so it's not like you're going to lose either way. And that Ginger, she looks like she's a good time. She looks like she's up for anything. And my father he starts nodding and says, yeah, okay. And I said, Marianne looks like she'd be up for anything, but you'd have to talk her into it. And that makes it way dirtier. He puts his hand on my shoulder and he goes, son, I have never been more proud of you than I am at this moment. Now get out. I want to take a nap.
Were you 50 at this point? How old were you?
I don't know, elementary school.
I don't believe a word of this story. Not one. Not one word of that story is true.
Talk like a man in my house.
And a prepubescent Matt said, you'll have to talk her into it. Yeah, I'm sure that happened.
You'd have to convince her.
You fucking bullshit.
No, the real talk, because this was after, of course, I was reading all those Mac Bolan books. My Uncle Richard used to have a van. He was a painter, and he had all these real hardcore porno mags.
He had a rape van.
And I found him and was like looking at him one day and got caught. So literally, my father brings me into the room. He hands me this little book, and he goes, I want you to read this. And if you have any questions, wake me up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he literally laid down and went to sleep.
It's so important he had to nap.
Right, and it's this little pamphlet, and it was like a doctor talks to 10-year-olds or 8-year-olds or whatever it was, and it was all about sex. And I'm reading this, and I'm thinking, well, I already know this. I saw it in the porno mag, because they had diagrams. I'm like, oh, yeah. This is the part where she's screaming in German. And it's just... I mean, my uncle had nasty magazines, just hardcore magazines that I was looking at.
I do have one question, Daddy. Why in this pamphlet did it not mention Shiza?
Yeah. So, well, anyway, he woke up and he goes, all right, do you have any questions? And I went, no.
No, sir.
Yeah. And he goes, good, get out.
Oh, shit.
And he laid back down and went to sleep. So I come out of the room, and of course my mom's in the living room. She's folding clothes or something with my brother and sister. And she's looking at me like I had just been traumatized by something.
You got the 1,000-mile stare.
Yeah, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I could use a drink. Did you understand the book? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
You
were double teamed.
Yeah, well, my mother, I'm guaranteed my mother made my father give me that thing. I thought it was like a couple of days later, whatever, my father goes, you sure you don't have any questions about that thing? And I'm like, no. And he goes, yeah, well, you already saw it in those magazines. Yes, I do have a question. What's the meaning of shaved quim? I don't understand.
Shut Up, I'm Talking with Matt Powers and Larry King Guy. A presentation of the Comedy Bunker Podcast Network. Search online and on social media @Larry King Guy for more fun.